Vancouver is a beautiful study in sophistication. This economic hub of British Columbia has in recent years become a magnet for film production, for Asian trade, and of course, for cruise ships. A tram ride to the top of Grouse Mountain offers spectacular views of Vancouver and its surroundings from a vantage point of 3,600 feet. The Capilano Suspension Bridge provides another kind of aerial adventure. The lush heart of Vancouver is Stanley Park. Its tree-lined streets and paths encompass gardens, the zoo, an aquarium, a totem display, and a terrific perspective of downtown. Some people enjoy the park on foot, while others take in the beauty from the seat of a bicycle. Everywhere in Vancouver you'll see tradition side by side with modern living. Contemporary landmarks stand guard over the city's historical heritage. Here in Gastown, which was rescued from decades of neglect, there stands a statue in honor of Gassy Jack Dayton. It was Gassy Jack who saw that money could be made from prospectors and started the community that would grow to become Vancouver, Canada's third largest city. Any visitor to Vancouver is sure to appreciate the scenic beauty that surrounds this exciting city. As your ship sailed away past Stanley Park and under the impressive Lions Gate Bridge, the magic of an ocean voyage began. Getting to know your home away from home was part of the fun. Exploring took you from the friendly reception area on Plaza Deck to the sun-swept decks high above the sea. And as you quickly learned on board the Star Princess, there's a very special way to say welcome aboard.
And this welcome is from myself, the senior officer, the crew and the staff, and from all of us, best wishes for an excellent cruise. Thank you and good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Although Alaska was the next to the last state to enter the Union, it ranks first in many ways. First in size, first in natural resources, first in national parks. And the next stop on your cruise? Ketchikan, the first city of Alaska. Its other nickname is Rain Capital of North America. Locals will tell you that rainfall is measured in feet, not inches. And it surprises most visitors to find that there's a rainforest so close to the Arctic Circle. In Ketchikan, you find water everywhere. One of the city's most charming areas is Creek Street. Once these buildings were home to the Red Light District. Now they house shops and restaurants. The name Ketchikan is from the Tlingit language. Depending on the interpreter, it means thundering wings of eagles, or Salmon Creek that flows through town. Because Tlingit is not a written language, variations in English translations are rampant. Everything about Ketchikan reinforces the importance of the ocean in daily life here. Blue and gold ferries, part of the Alaska Marine Highway System, are a vital means of transportation. Even the local airplanes have watery landing strips. Ketchikan has the world's largest collection of totems. These fascinating Native American sculptures are preserved and restored at Totem Bight State Park. A bight is a small cove or bay. Totem Bight on the Tongass Narrows was once a Tlingit Indian summer campsite. Just as you might associate rainforests with the tropics, you probably think of fjords as Scandinavian. But Ketchikan has a surprise here too, as experienced in an aerial visit to the fjords. The beauty and splendor of Alaska unfold beneath you from the exciting perspective of a seaplane. Misty Fjord is a national monument. Its 2.2 million acres were set aside for protection in 1978. The deep fjords and sheer cliffs are accessible only by float plane or by boat. If the water shapes the lives of those who live in Ketchikan, it also provides a range of vacation fun for those who visit here. Canoeing can take you gliding through the still waters of an icy lake. For more strenuous fun, kayaking is a way to get around town and get some exercise. To enjoy the watery beauty of Ketchikan without having to exert oneself, a cruise along the scenic waterfront is unbeatable. This first city of Alaska is a most appealing waterfront community. The elegant style, fine cuisine, and shipboard fun on board the Star Princess are seemingly effortless. Behind the scene, officers and staff work to ensure your comfort, your safety, and the pleasures of your cruise.
This is a Star Princess, Ecco India Romeo 8. Star Princess, Ecco India Romeo 8.
The bridge is the command center of your ship. Officers utilize the finest technology available. Coupled with their expertise and experience, you're guaranteed smooth sailing. Officers on the bridge are in contact with the control room. From this power center, all systems of the Star Princess are monitored and regulated. The temperature of your cabin and the temperature of your caviar are climate controlled. Water purification and worldwide communication are all part of the technological capabilities. And all of this was harnessed to ensure you the most pleasurable cruise possible. Welcome to Alaska's capital. You enter Juneau by one of only two means, sea or air. There are no roads which connect Juneau with the rest of the world. Alaska's capital also has the distinction of being the largest city in North or South America. Despite being sparsely populated, it claims 3,108 square miles of land. From the historical district to the state government buildings, you can trace Juneau's growth from mining boomtown to seat of Alaska's state government. The state fish of Alaska is the king salmon. The state bird is the willow ptarmigan. The state mineral is gold. And the state tree is the beautiful Sitka spruce. Anyone exploring Juneau quickly discovers it has a personality all its own. There's no doubt the pioneer spirit is alive and well. For some, adventure can be found rafting down an icy cold Alaskan river. For others, the frontier spirit comes alive as they pan for gold. It was gold, after all, that really got things going in these parts. In 1880, Dick Harris and Joe Juneau staked a claim here in what would be the beginning of the great Alaska Gold Rush. After an exhaustive search for treasure, some prospectors enjoy the pleasures of an outdoor salmon bake. A trip to Taku Lodge combines the exhilaration of a float plane flight with the sizzling taste of fresh salmon. And no one argues that half the fun of Taku Lodge is getting there. For an unforgettable look at nature's power, a journey to Mendenhall Glacier is unmatched. You land on the sparkling ice for a close look at this awesome beauty. Mendenhall, along with Herbert, Taku, and Eagle glaciers, forms the Juneau ice field. The city is protected from this enormous flow of ice by Mount Juneau, Mount Roberts, and the Gastineau Channel. This shelter is responsible for the relatively mild climate enjoyed by the citizens of the capital city.
This is actually caused by erosion. In fact, if you guys were just here about the first week of June, you would not be standing where you are right now. In fact, all of you would be standing about here or out farther, because this ice extended out for 6 more feet. These glaciers you see above us are called hanging glaciers. They hang on the side of the mountain. We're also moving down the valley right now to about 2 feet a day. Big rocks will fall into cracks like this. When these cracks close up, anything in it is ground up into a powder. And this looks like sand over here. You can see on the top we've been working on. It's actually ground up boulders. Just rocks that have been ground up by the action of the glacier.
Some people choose to visit Mendenhall Glacier without going airborne. A visitor center provides information and a lofty observation point. Juneau might have faded into obscurity when the mining concerns played out, were it not for its being named Territorial Capital of Alaska. Today, both mining and government remain as the cornerstones of Juneau's heritage. There's no doubt that the incredible dining you experienced was a memorable part of your Star Princess cruise. Was it the elegant ambiance of the Fountain Court dining room? Was it the endless array of tasty temptations? Were you dazzled by the artistry of the Grand Buffet? Have you been able to decide which culinary delight was your favorite? One thing is certain. With an army of cooks at the ready to prepare international cuisine, dining on board the Star Princess is indescribably delicious. Mountains seem to dominate many of Alaska's cities, and Skagway is another settlement nestled in the protective arms of majestic peaks. Skagway's charm is linked to its raucous past. When the original Indian fishing village was overrun with prospectors, idyllic calm gave way to rowdy saloons and lawless abandon. Today you can hear the echoes of those gold rush days in the tinkle of a player piano or the whistle of the White Pass train. Take a carriage ride or stroll along Main Street, and with a little imagination you can transport yourself back to the days of '98. The treasure seekers who came to Skagway had a hard decision. They could try to get to the gold fields via Chilkoot Trail or over the White Pass. The Chilkoot was an easier route, but it took longer. The White Pass was more direct, but the treacherous mountain route claimed hundreds of lives. When the White Pass Railroad was completed, it eased the way over the mountains, but the supply of gold soon dwindled, making the whole enterprise of questionable value. What no one can deny is the beauty of the scenic panoramas that modern travelers enjoy as they follow the route of the White Pass through the mountains. Skagway's history is a colorful one. It's peopled with the likes of the notorious bandit Soapy Smith and brave Molly Walsh, who ran a grub tent for gold-crazed prospectors. The city was founded by William Moore, who foolishly thought he could control the rush of gold seekers and profit from their arrival. The flood of settlers not only overwhelmed his plans, but also added insult to injury by changing the name of the town from Mooresville to Skagway. The name Skagway derives from an Indian word meaning home of the north wind. Residents who brave the location year-round can attest to the accuracy of the name. But in the summer, they welcome visitors to their town to enjoy the flavor of Skagway's raucous past. While visitors can participate in a reenactment of Gold Rush days, local residents often find themselves living the lifestyles of the past. Homesteaders who don't mind the challenge of the outdoors can live surrounded by the beauty of Alaska's scenery. The picturesque charm of this town and countryside are unmatched anywhere in Alaska.
After
After the scenic beauty and cultural wonders of your day ashore, you've enjoyed a glittering array of fun on board, dancing before dinner. A cocktail with newfound friends, and the entertainment for which Princess is renowned. The splendor of Alaska's scenery is the highlight of a cruise to our 49th state. Glacier Bay National Park was established in 1925. More than 40 glaciers descend from two mountain ranges, St. Elias and Fairweather. Because the bay has such fragile ecological balance, no more than 2 ships are allowed in at one time. This allows all visitors the full pleasure of this natural beauty. As you've discovered, one of the joys of an ocean-going vacation is the simple pleasure of salt spray and sea air as you travel from one incredible destination to another. Fjords are a legacy of glacial movement. When glaciers melt, deep valleys are left behind. Ocean water fills these gorges, creating the spectacular beauty of fjords. College Fjord is unique in the number of glaciers which empty into it. This example of Alaskan wilderness is unforgettably stunning. The Star Princess was your floating home away from home. Here's a chance for you to remember the comfortable corners and spacious lounges which provided the backdrop for your Love Boat cruise.
All right, 10, 10, 10. At 10.
10 winner.
Seward is one of the port cities for Anchorage. Founded in 1903, it was named for William H. Seward, who fought public opinion over the purchase of Alaska in 1867. As with many Alaskan cities, you can find evidence of early Russian influence, as well as the native Eskimos and Dena'ina Indians. You'll also see good old pioneer spirit, with a dash of frontier fun thrown in for good measure. Seward is also the hometown of Benny Benson, the schoolboy who designed Alaska's state flag. A large part of Seward's appeal is its scenic surroundings. Its temperate maritime climate makes it ideal for hunting, fishing, and logging. Resurrection Bay, which is rarely blocked by ice, made Seward a successful deepwater port until the devastating earthquake in 1964. Today, tourism joins the fishing and logging industries as the city's economic base. One beautiful stop while visiting Seward is Portage Glacier. It presents an opportunity to see a spectacular example of a glacier at close range. Seward's charming harbor and Gold Rush era buildings hug the shoreline of Resurrection Bay. This Alaskan city provides just the right welcome for voyagers who have experienced the fun, beauty, and elegance of a princess cruise. Gold Rush towns. spectacular natural beauty, majestic wildlife, and the charm of the Star Princess. These are your memories to enjoy until we see you again.